G'day weather watchers. Thought we'd check in and discuss the elephant in the room. That is, are we going to see another cyclone before the year's closed out? The short answer is yes, there is a chance. The long answer is it's complicated. I'm going to try and uncomplicate it. So, to understand why it's complicated, we need to look at where we're currently at. That is, we are in the transitional month out of the cyclone season, the tropical season, I suppose. And that is because, well, we're at that time, and it means the tropical wind patterns are starting to retreat more north, whilst the winter patterns from the south start to move north. So that means things get a bit messy, and that's where we're at. We're in a very, very messy outlook for the winds. And as you all know, the winds determine everything. Like, they literally determine everything in the weather world. Pressure, winds are all interlinked. That's how it works, albeit very complicated. Okay, so to put into context where we're at, let's make it simple. We have 50% roughly split in the models. 50% of those modelling are looking at a bit of a nothing burger as far as, let's say, tropical cyclone potential. While the other half, including BOM, are looking at the potential for a system to impact the northwest coast. I say potential because it'll be within the vicinity, and the wind patterns might not completely knock this one out of the park and keep that thing going out to sea, like a lot of them do. And that's where things get interesting. So we're going to have to keep an eye on these winds, see what happens in the medium range now, because we are probably talking about that mid-month, so up to about 10 days, which I'm putting into the medium range. Okay, so by messy, folks, what I mean is that you can see the winter transition to the south, and there's actually an active trough off the west coast at the moment. That's, again, pretty normal for this time of year, and you've still got those tropical monsoonal winds to the north. So things are messy because you've got two seasonal different type of winds all sort of competing for a bit of territory at the moment. All right, so I'm just going to start scrolling forward, and I'm going to stop at the 14th of April. Yeah, we're at Thursday the 10th now, Saturday the 12th, and we're just going to go right into Monday morning. Under the BOM modelling, until the 14th of April, you can see a fairly distinct system actually out off the coast. Look, it's showing to be a cyclone, but in reality, folks, no one really knows if there's going to be a cyclone or not, but there is showing a good signature for supportive winds for a good system out there by around mid-month. So we'll see how the ocean temps and all the other good stuff are doing a bit closer to the date, assuming a system does actually roll out from the last remaining bits of this monsoon. We're just going to hold the date and have a look at the European modelling now. All right, so this is the 14th with the European modelling, a little bit back in time, back to the 12th. There's a little bit of activity way out off the northwest coast, but nothing to be really too concerned with. Monday the 14th, they're starting to show that same kind of signature that BOM were, but BOM's a little bit ahead of them by a couple of days. And yeah, again, it just means we've definitely got something to look out for. We're just going to have a look now at the GFS modelling. Okay, as you can see with the GFS modelling, which is the American models, they are looking at also a fairly healthy little system out there, much closer to the coast. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on this. Now, the GFS modelling, which is the American models, as I mentioned, they did well with the last cyclone, being Cyclone Diane. They were the ones that got it right from about the long range and the middle range, and even the short range. They were the ones on the money, whereas the others were all a little bit wayward. So you can never discard GFS modelling. They are a big modelling system. They just don't tend to get the systems right in the Southern Hemisphere, in my opinion. Not just alone on that opinion. So yeah, we've got to keep an eye on this, folks, and we'll keep checking in with updates as we go, just to see where this thing actually goes, whether it forms at all. So stay tuned for the next update.